Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Agustin. We are today here with Steven from Tulum Land and Property, and we're here recording this video for you guys to discover a little bit more about the project Jangala, one of the most exciting projects up and coming here in the Nopalitos Lagoon. How are you doing, Steven, today?
I'm good, Gus. How are you doing?
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. We're excited to show you this project today. A little bit outside of Tulum, but still within the Tulum ecosystem. A project called Jangala, which is down on Nopalitos Lagoon. It's a project of 44 land lots, a perfect place to build a villa, maybe a second home, maybe your first home, and good potential for rental income as well with the villa here. So I think a good place to start is for us to watch a short video, give you an idea of the project, an overview, and then we'll jump into the presentation and have a look on Google Maps as well. So this first shot here is showing us the lagoon itself, and what we're going to have here in place of this little pier and deck that's there is a new lagoon club, quite high capacity with a restaurant and events. And here we can see the access to the lagoon, and this is just a literally 2-minute drive away from the entrance of the Jangala project. So it's the closest and only right now residential land on the Nopalitos Lagoon.
What could we share a little more about what is this lagoon here for the people that might never been to Tulum, that might never had encountered this? What does it look like?
This lagoon is like Tulum's answer to Bacalar. It's fresh water. It is, as you can see in the video, crystal clear, fresh water. There's fish in there. There's going to be no engines on the lagoon, so it's going to be maintained and it's going to stay as it is right now. Total peace, total tranquility, and just a really beautiful part of this part of the world.
Yes, for those that are maybe discovering a little bit of the Riviera Maya and all the famous touristic spots here in the Yucatan Peninsula, Bacalar, just 3 hours south from Tulum, right now is being one of the most pristine and booming destinations. People are discovering this pristine lagoon. And here, just 15 minutes away from Tulum, we have the smaller version of Bacalar, which is this Nopalitos Lagoon. Nopalitos Lagoon is not as big as Bacalar, but pretty much feels kind of the same kind of vibe when you are there. The water is fresh water, is different from the beach, from the ocean. You don't have the seaweed as well here that sometimes seasonal can come here in Tulum. This is like a fresh lagoon of fresh water. It has also like a clay underneath that is really good for the skin. And yes, it's truly a magical place. We are looking up here some of the drone shots of the lagoon for seeing like the dimension. And this lagoon is a fresh lagoon, has different flora and fauna. This lagoon doesn't have any type of crocodiles or animals like that. It's more just like small fish and different size of fish. And basically it's super pristine. You can swim, you can do paddling board, you can do all sorts of sports here. As Steven was saying, nothing with engine. Here is going to be more like e-foil, kayaking, paddling board.
What we can see here is the sand from the bottom of the lagoon is being brought out onto the shore, and we have this beautiful beach area that's been developed. And this is going to be the center point of the new area. So this area that you can see here, this is going to be the heart and soul of the new area that's being developed here in Nopalitos. You got this beach here and the little pier that you can see there now with the structure, that's going to be replaced with a much larger, much more sophisticated, high level event space, restaurant, with quite a high capacity there to put events on, to entertain, and a central hub for people to come and hang out and chill on the lagoon. As well as that, within the project, there's a cenote with a cenote club and bar and restaurant, yoga space, and a temazcal as well. As well as that, on Tulum Beach, which is actually accessible on a brand new road, which we'll show you in a moment, there will be a new beach club as well, right on the ocean.
Thank you, Steven. Do you think we should go a little bit now to see a little bit about the location on the map?
Yeah.
And then in the next step, we're going to see a little bit of the brochure of the project.
Yeah, let's jump into the map. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this view by now, but if you're not, here is Tulum. I'll zoom out a bit and show you exactly where we are on the map. So we're on the right-hand side of the Yucatan Peninsula, down on the kind of southeast of Mexico, below the Gulf of Mexico. We have Cancun up here, Playa del Carmen, and the path of progress is like moving down the coastline here. In Tulum is what we're talking about today. A little bit further down, we have Nopalitos, which is right here. We've got the new international Felipe Carrillo Tulum Airport, which was inaugurated in the back end of 2023 for domestic flights for about 6 months until they started bringing in international flights. So now we're seeing flights coming in from Europe, Canada, USA, with more still to be announced. But we're seeing a lot of traffic coming in here now. Previously, you'd have to fly into Cancun and take a 1.5, 2 hour journey on a bus or a taxi. Not the worst thing in the world, but also not super convenient. So now we've got this new airport and really opening up the area here down just a little bit south of Tulum. So right now we have this road here, which kind of brings you down onto the highway, right up into Tulum and down this road here, Avenida Kukulkan, if you want to reach the beach road and access all the beautiful stuff and the hotels and the bars and the clubs and the restaurants on the ocean here. So what's happening in this part is we got some new roads coming in, which is a very important part of the offering here and the development of this new area. So if you zoom in just a little bit, here's Nopalitos, you can see. And if I just quickly zoom in, this is the access road to the lagoon that we saw on the drone shot. Our access from the highway is here, and this is Jangala right here. So we're literally, a 2-minute drive from the freshwater of the lagoon. We have this new road, which currently isn't open, but it's there. We've traveled it, and this will be opening up to allow better access directly from the airport to the highway, at which point you can take a left and go up to Tulum, or you can take a slight right and come into Nopalitos, or you can take this new road here, which actually goes up here along, and you can see, brings you right down to Nomade, Casamalca, and you're right in the beach zone without ever having to go into Tulum, pass through Centro. So it's a direct shortcut to the beach, straight from the airport, via Nopalitos, via Jangala. Very, very exciting, all the stuff that's happening here. This really is kind of Tulum, but different, a new wave of Tulum, a new phase if you want.
This is what sometimes we call it the Tulum 2.0. It's going to be kind of the next phase of Tulum, which involves this expansion down south. And it's going to have all these new exciting areas. This area of Nopalitos Lagoon, for certain, is going to be one area that is going to become quite visited by visitors. It's going to be like a new destination inside of Tulum. So that's what is the most exciting about this part. So far, the Nopalitos Lagoon, you can access it, and there are some little lagoon clubs over there. But this had remained kind of like a local secret, kind of like a hidden gem that not many tourists know about. But with this development in the near future, is going to be potentially a new area for residents and tourists to come and enjoy it. Should we move on into the next step and see a little bit about the brochure?
Yeah, let's take a look at the brochure. As we spoke about before, there's 44 residential lots here in Tulum, ranging from 616 square meters to 1,100 square meters. So very generously sized lots, perfect to build a home and still have plenty of garden. Each lot allows for 35% development, which means for all time you will have 65% garden. This is a very low density development. One of the concerns people do have about Tulum, which is justified in a lot of ways, a lot of different areas of Tulum, is the overdevelopment. It's became very much a concrete jungle in some areas. Think Aldea Zama, very much like Playa del Carmen, what happened there. And the message and the attitude down here and the plan is to keep things very, very low density. It will always remain jungle. There'll be some villas here and there, but it's not going to be developed like Tulum has been. So that's one of the main offerings down here, very low density. The jungle's different, the trees are higher, and the idea here is to nestle into nature and not take over and dominate it, like unfortunately has happened in some spots within Tulum. There will be 24-hour security on the gate. That's the gate into Jangala, as well as the access into the Nopalitos area from the highway. So in terms of security, which is what we get asked a lot from our clients, we feel very safe here. We never have any problems. However, it is very important for our clients to feel safe. So you couldn't really get more secure than this. You're behind an initial gate for the larger master plan, the gated area, and the larger master planned area. And then Jangala itself, within this gated area, has a 24-hour security gate. So very, very secure, no problems there. Yeah, as you can see on the screen now on the left, some references of times. You're 2 minutes from the lagoon, 10 minutes from a lot of cenotes in this area, some within the master planned area, some without. You're just out onto the highway, you take a left or a right, there's cenotes everywhere. So lots of places to dive and swim and soak up the sun. We got the beach club, which is, as I mentioned before, down these new roads, which I'll just zoom in here and jump into. So from Nopalitos, you can see the road much better here than you could on Google Maps, but you're directly connected to the highway. You come via the lagoon, you take a left, you take a right, and you're right down there in the beach zone. So again, you don't have to come through Tulum anymore. This is Tulum adjacent. It is very much Tulum, but it's something new, something different. And essentially you can access the beach, you can access the lagoon from the airport without ever having to go through Central, deal with the traffic or anything like that. So it's much more of a secluded kind of thing. That's the plan down here. Yeah, just 15 minutes from the Tulum airport as well, 15 minutes from the train station, 15 minutes from town, from Tulum Central. So as secluded as this is, you're still just 15 minutes drive from all of the infrastructure that we have here in Tulum.
Something interesting to mention is that also here in the south area of Tulum, they are being in construction right now plans for this new shopping mall, which is going to be something crucial for all this area, because you are not going to have to go maybe 15 minutes to do your groceries. You're going to have your own supermarket in your own mall area within what is going to be like maybe 5-7 minutes from the lagoon.
Yeah.
So this is as well like a project where you have to kind of look forward into what's happening in Tulum, because right now is this kind of like first mover advantage that we have right now, which is being able to secure a piece of this new Tulum, this 2.0 of Tulum. And in the next few years, 2-3 years, this is gonna start to take shape, and it's gonna be one area that everybody will want to be there.
Yeah, Augustine makes a really good point there. This is for people with a vision, a few years down the line. The play here is to secure a piece of land. You have the first mover advantage. It's the first and only residential project, just minutes from the lagoon. And in the future, there's a lot of stuff coming to this area, stuff that we can't necessarily talk about now, but we know there's lots of good stuff coming here. And this really is going to be the central point of the new area. So to have a villa in here, to have a second home or a holiday home or a vacation rental, there's going to be a lot of demand for that, you know, in a few years. So this is your chance to bag a piece of this ahead of time, and then start to work with us if you choose to, you know, make some plans for your villa and start the ball rolling.
Let's look a little bit on the master plan, and maybe you can explain a little bit how the division done on the lots and what are kind of the key points, the key amenities.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what we have here is the aerial view of the project. So here is the entrance with 24-hour security, and we have section A, B, C, D, E moving back from the entrance to the amenities at the back. Some people have chosen to be as close to the entrance as possible, which means you are as closest to the lagoon. Some people are looking to be closer to the back of the project, so you're closer to the amenities. So two different ways to think about it here. We have the cenote club, we got the clubhouse, pool and jacuzzi, temescal, spa, jungle gym, and the main access down here.
We recently were there visiting, and this is an area that you can already access. There is this road, and you can have a drive-through. The road is pretty good. It's a road that is a sustainable road. It's not made out of concrete because it's important there for the preservation that the water of the rain can go through. But it's a really well done road, pretty wide, that has kind of like a foundation made out of Mayan rock, that makes it really easy to go. There are no much potholes or anything like that. It's a really well-maintained road. We were just happened to be there last week, and we walked through. We saw the different land lots are already marked, and they are starting to do some works on the main amenities.
Yeah, the project's actually very mature for how new it is. The roads are in there. The roads are great. They're very impressive, particularly the road from Nopalitos along to the beach. And it did very impressive, very wide, very nicely done. And that's drivable right now, actually. You know, for owners of land within the Jangala project, you can have access, you can use that road, and it's very impressive. Here's the cenote clubhouse, like we mentioned, with the yoga space, the spa, the gym, and the restaurant. And every time you go to the project, there's something new happening, you know? So like we said before, the roads are already in, they're great. Power will be in there by February next year. And every time we go, there's been some movement, some development. So this is coming along very, very nicely. Some extra shots here from a bit higher up. And this is all nestled within the trees, you know, very, very low density. Here's the yoga shala, the temescal.
This is something that many people love, which is to have areas where you can do, some sports, when you can have some like wellness facilities. To remember that this area is not just like an area for like a rental market. This is also like kind of like your own sanctuary, is your own second home. Of course, these houses are going to be able to be rented through Airbnb or different methods, but this is also like an area that is destined for those that love this area and that they want to have their own sanctuary by the lagoon for their own well-being, getting the lifestyle that comes with this. This is not just something that you buy for just like a quick profit, let's say. The purpose is to have something for yourself, for your legacy, for your family, where you can come down and detach a little bit from the feeling of the city, the hectic routine, come down and be a little bit in the nature, enjoying yoga classes daily, having some food by the cenote, going every morning to look at the sunrise at the lagoon. This is a little bit of the purpose behind this area, and this is something that many people in Bacalar are really used to. And right now, having this kind of feeling coming into Tulum, I think is something really, really amazing. This is a little bit of the cenote club and restaurant. How is this going to look, the sun deck terrace. And we have a little bit more about the sun deck terrace, and also it's going to feature its own jungle gym. And these are some views about the deck of the Nopalitos Lagoon, let's say like how we'll call this, like it's like a bar area that is on top of the water.
Yeah, I mean, they're calling it a lagoon club. I think maybe sometimes that people might have an idea that's going to be pumping out music or something like that. That's not the case. This is, a place to come and chill out, serve some food, and just, it's a place for chilling out on the lagoon.
Yes, it's great to have this sort of amenities because the dream is to be there in this natural environment, but at the same time being able to order some food, to order some healthy drinks, and to be able to spend the day with comfort.
Exactly, yeah. And here we have the beach club. So Tulum Beach Club, which will be usable by people that are living and owners within the area.
So that the residents of the project are going to be able to drive as well throughout those roads down the beach and access the beach club. So the beach club, even though it's going to be like in the Tulum beach, is also part of the amenities of the project, right?
Exactly, that's right. Yeah, so you've got the Lagoon Club on the freshwater lagoon. You have the cenote and all the amenities around the cenote within the project, and you have the beach club, which you have access as well to on the ocean. So all of the aspects are covered there.
Okay, so Steven, I love the place, and I think most of our people watching also want to know more about how can they get access to this? Like, what are the lot sizes? What are more or less the pricing on the lots? And also, I know that we are in some early stages. So for those watching, there is also the opportunity to get some sort of financing. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So yeah, as we mentioned before, 44 lots in Jangala, 15 of which are already sold or reserved. And there's some very, very nice financing options available. Pricing is quite dynamic across the project based on the location of the lot, whether you're at the front or the back, near the amenities or near the entrance. But generally, we're looking at an entry point of around 230,000 USD. However, there are discounts to be made with a larger down payment. Minimum down payment is 30%. And the more you can put up, the better prices we can negotiate for you. Financing is available over 6, 12, 18, or 24 months. 0% interest over 6 or 12 months. Once you reach 18 months, 1% interest. Over 24 months, 1.5% interest. So very generous payment plans here, which allow you to enter the project for just 30% of the total value of your lot and finance over up to 24 months. So really generous financing options here to allow you to enter the project, with minimal down payment, minimal investment up front. So yeah, a really, really good opportunity to get involved here, dip your toes in the water, and secure your lot today, with all of the stuff that's coming down the line.
Yeah, this is something that most of our clients really like. It's the opportunity to pay in up to 24 months. I think is huge because right now, for a 30% down payment, you can secure maybe joining forces with some friends or with some family that loves the idea, and then you have 24 months to finalize this payment. So that allows a lot of planning for your own cash flow, and also it allows perfect timing for the project to continue its development, its natural development, and at the same time to also start planning what could potentially be your dream home, right?
Yeah.
Something that we help our clients with is not only with the purchase of the lot. Also, we have our team of architects and developers here in Tulum with more than 20 years developing homes here in Tulum. So what we try is to help our clients with the full process from the purchase of the lot to start the planning, the design of their home based on their wish list, based on their desired floor plan, keeping in consideration the nature, the dimensions of your lot, trying to keep as much as the greenery around it. I think that's super important, especially right now in Tulum, to preserve as much as we can, and also to make this part of your home. What you want here is to have a home that also is immersed in nature, that you have this indoor-outdoor type of life, that you can wake up every morning with the sounds of the birds and the lights of the sunrise coming in through the trees. So this is a little bit of the vibe that we help our clients and our friends to achieve. And once they secure their lot, then we can start building up all this process and come up with some floor plans, rendering, budgeting for how much is gonna be the construction process. And this allows you to plan ahead of time, even to bring with you some other friends, family, or investors that want to join. So we try to help our clients and our friends to create like a good planning so they can achieve their goals.
All right, well, thanks for taking the time to watch our presentation today, guys. Thank you for your time, Augustine. Thank you for watching. We hope that you took some value from this and learned a little bit about the area, the Project Jangala itself, the larger master plan, Nopalitos in general. There's a lot to learn on this area, a lot to learn on the project, and there's plenty of stuff in the pipeline coming. So we're very excited to be able to bring you this. We're very excited to have been able to present you this today. And if you'd like to know more, send us an email, send us a message, reach out, and we can give you some pricing and give you some advice on Tulum in general, the buying process, how this looks, how it works for you depending on where you're from in the world, and all of the stuff in between. So send us a message and we'd be happy to help and answer any questions that you might have. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Bye. Thank you very much.